Hey guys, just wanted to make a quick video explaining why the Xbox Elite controller on the right here may seem like the bumpers break more often than the OG Xbox controller that I have here on the left. The method of implementation for the bumpers is different between these two controllers. As you can see on the OG Xbox controller, the actual buttons for right and left bumper are here and here, facing downward towards the bottom of the controller. On the Elite controller and on newer Xbox controllers, these buttons are here and face northward. Now the way that the OG Xbox controller actually hits this button is via a plastic paddle that's molded to the right shoulder button. As I press it, you can see that the force here is actuating the trigger down here. Now this bumper is all one piece and is secured around a pivot point at the top here and at the bottom here. Now the difference between this controller and the OG Xbox controller is that the paddles on the Elite controller here are actually linked between each other and they don't have any method of fastening to the chassis or the housing of the rest of the Xbox controller. I'll show you what I mean here in a second. I have here a constructed right bumper for the Xbox Elite controller. As you can see inside this little housing, that the method of fastening is actually further in towards the center of the housing, right here. And that is the method of tension for keeping the bumper in the outward position. Now, because this pivot point is much further away, the force that you exert on the bumper, even if you exert the same force between the OG Xbox controller and the Elite, is going to be greater because that pivot point is much further away. And the worst part about these designs is there is a little groove or indentation where the plastic is supposed to flex, and that naturally is a weak point, as you can see on the left side here, where the Xbox controller broke. I did a quick Google search, and this article from 2015 states that Microsoft changed the design of the right and left bumpers on the Xbox controllers to alleviate complaints that the original Xbox controller was too hard to press the right and left bumpers and to keep them pressed. I do agree that these bumpers were harder to press, but they did have a certain tactility about them that I liked. I also agree that these were easier to press and did have a little bit better feel. However, in changing the design, they inherently made it much weaker and more prone to breaking than the original OG Xbox controller.